All right, welcome back to Three Rivers Fishing Adventures. Today is a cold and rainy day. And in fact, the last few days have been cold and rainy. So I thought I would use this opportunity just to do a quick review of this new Whisker Seeker Bait Shack 2.0. And you can tend to get a little confused which way is forward and backward because it has dual hinges. So you can open it from either side. And I didn't even realize this. I brought it to the bait store and they went to open it. I was like, no, you got it backwards. And he opened it and yeah, so I learned that the hard way. I didn't even realize that. But this is the second version of the Bait Shack from Whisker Seeker. I did not have the first version. And seeing some of the improvements they made, I'm a sucker for new things. So I really wanted to try it and use it. And I really like this new green color. It kind of goes with my my whole business logo and color scheme. So it looks good in the boat, and I think it's going to be a good addition for live baits for using bullheads and suckers and creek chubs. So what makes this the most unique is this this solar charger here. There's basically the whole half of the lid is a solar panel. And what's good about these solar panels is they're pretty durable and resistant. You can splash them with water, get them dirty, whatever, and they're going to still function fine. The other thing I like about this is, let me open this up for you quick. It has, well, first it has 3 pumps, so you'll have 3 air hoses going in there, but also it's got this plastic basket. And for some of the other bait coolers you've seen that use like a cloth mesh or, you know, some other sort of thing like that, it really gets dirty. And it gets to the point where, especially like with bullheads, it's almost unusable and you don't even use the thing. So I'm really curious to see how clean this stays and how well and durable it is. Time will tell on that, but I think this is a much better design here. And it fits pretty tight, so there's no leakage or anything, minnows escaping or whatever. And all you're gonna have to do is just lift that up and retrieve your bait. So yeah, that's really neat. I do like the integrated pump. Hopefully that lasts, or there's replacement parts if the pump goes bad. But it's a nice, clean design. You don't have hoses going anywhere. You're not getting tangled in hoses. And yeah, it's 22 quarts, which roughly works out to, try to do that in my head, I don't know, 4 or 5 gallons, something like that. So it's plenty big to keep some of those big baits. I'm probably going to keep, I don't know, 12 to 15 bullheads in here probably. And those are probably 8 to 10 inches I use. So another thing I really have come to like about this is it's really durable, built well. I mean, you can stand on this thing. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can, because I did. And you could use it for a seat if you want to. It's a nice rotomolded cooler. So I had this on my trip. I went up north sturgeon fishing the last couple weeks, and what I found amazing was you could have this at the lowest power level, and I could just keep it outside in the sun, you know, overnight and everything. And I didn't charge the thing for 2 weeks. It ran on lowest setting for 2 weeks. I had some fathead minnows in here. I just let them go. 2 weeks, no charging, no anything. The sunlight kept up with the charging of the battery and the runtime on low cycle. So I don't know, maybe this thing can go forever on lowest power. I guess I'm not even sure. But I've charged it the initial time I bought it, but I haven't charged it since. And it's at the highest battery charge right now. So pretty cool that you're not dealing with charging cords all the time. And especially if you're using intermittently, just put this outside and it'll be charged the next time you're ready to go. So honestly, I think that's probably the coolest feature, because you're not dealing with cords and charging sources, and just put it out in the sun and you're good to go. So here's the layout of the panel. There's your charging panel. So to turn this on, you just hit this button here, and it'll show you your battery level. Now the power's on, and now you can just select whatever level you want. So there's level 1. I think level 1 is 1 pump, and it kind of goes intermittent just on the 1 pump. And then pump number 2, and obviously it gets a little louder as you turn each one on. And then there's your maximum level. And then to shut it off, you can just shut it off. What's really cool is that you don't have to do anything. So now the power's off. If it sense the sunlight coming onto this solar panel, it's just going to start charging. You'll see this light come on and it'll start charging. You don't have to do anything. So that's also a really cool feature, I think. The one thing that I do caution about is, say you have it turned on, right? Let's say you're running lowest power. Okay, let's say you go to move this around or something and say you bump that, the power button. Okay, now it's shut off. So I don't know for sure. I don't think you can. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a way to lock this on, but you do have to be careful that you don't bump this and then it'll turn off. So yeah, and then it won't turn on unless you hit this power button. So that's how that works. The charging port. Okay, so the charging port is underneath this little rubber flap here. It's a USB-C, and then right next to that is a little kind of little rubber dongle. I will caution you not to pull that all the way out. You know, don't just pull that all the way off, because that little dongle is really tough to get back in there. So I really struggled with that the first time, because I thought I would just pull that all the way off there, and you don't want to do that. So, and then make sure when you shut this that you have a nice tight seal to keep that waterproof off of there. So I believe this is one of the main things I was a little concerned about. I'm probably not going to be using it very much, but do not pull that all the way off of there. A hole here on the side, and that's something to keep in mind. It's not completely watertight, so if you got it in the boat and you're bouncing around in waves and stuff, you will get a little water leakage there. It can't be completely airtight, otherwise the pump wouldn't work. You know, it's got to have some sort of exhaust. So there's a little exhaust port here on the side, and then also there is a just a screw out drain there. Makes it a little easier to drain it. I kind of found you just dump it out. It makes it a little easier, but if you want to just add some water in there real quickly, you can open that drain and then just put some fresh water in there. So I think this is going to work really good. I'm eager to test it out the rest of this year, but so far, like I said, I've had it out probably a month now, so it's not the cleanest. I got some dirt and stuff on it, but I have not had any issues other than what I mentioned, this rubber plug. Be careful with this rubber plug, and make sure when you do put it back in there that it's sealed really tight, because you don't want any water getting in there. So I think I would have liked to seen this maybe on the side somewhere, but maybe this is not possible to do, or some sort of you know, redundancy there to keep that dry. So, but anyways, other than that, I think that's great. I do love the solar panel and how it can just charge continuously. That'd be great for going on an extended trip, say going out on a sandbar or something like that. This thing will run pretty much continuously at the lowest level. I don't know about these other two. I didn't try. Like I said, I only had fatheads in here, so I only needed the lowest level. But it just ran for 2 weeks straight. So yeah, that's the Whisker Seeker Bait Shack. You can get these on whiskerseeker.com. They are a little spendy. They're about $200, so I'm kind of in the buy once, cry once camp. You know, hopefully it's a quality item and lasts a long time. Then I don't have to keep messing around with buying something new each year. So far, so good. Time will tell. I can't say run out and buy it right now, but it does have some great features, and I'll let you know. I'll try to do an extended review, you know, after this season's done, or maybe next spring or something like that. But so far, I like it, and I would say it's definitely one to check out. Thanks for watching. See you on the water.